Hold on, you need to insert me in there. No. Start. From Ankeny High School, we welcome you to IHSAA Sub-State Semifinal play on the Ankeny Activities Network built by the Danielle Seifert Real Estate Team. As we go to take a look into our sub-state bracket, Valley High pulled off a shocker of an upset last Monday night on the road at Iowa City West, taking down the Trojans 62-59 and notching their second win of the season. And by that, they come rolling in to Ankeny High School tonight in pursuit of trying to protect their three-time defending reign at the 4A helm in the state of Iowa. We welcome you to Ankeny High School at the top of the court. I'm Nick Metzen with you here tonight. Ankeny High is coming into here losing two of their last three sub-state second-round games throughout the last 3 years. Both of them, they scored less than 70 points, notably, while letting their opponents score more. Now, in their most previous matchup with Valley, it was Ankeny who had scored 40, notably, while they held Valley below that. On the flip side, Valley has been one of the most interesting stories, to put it simply, in Class 4A this year. This offseason, they had graduated all five of their, it's graduated 4 out of 5 of their starters, as well as their sixth man in Jaden Davis. Meanwhile, Jaden McGregory, one of their star players last year, has decided to take this winter off to prepare for his fall freshman year at University of Missouri, where he will be playing football next fall. With that, Valley came in having to completely rebuild their starting lineup with players on the bench from last year's roster. And with that, they only notched one win in the regular season against Cedar Rapids, Washington on a neutral floor. With that being said, they are looking for their first true road win this season and their third win of the season. So with that, semifinal play in Sub-State 3 coming up, with the winner potentially punching their trip to Waukee Northwest High School for a chance to punch their ticket to the state tournament in 2 weeks at the Casey Center in Des Moines. With that, we turn it over to our PA announcer, Jensen Cummings, with tonight's starting lineups.
for the Hawks. At board, 6'2" senior, number 23, Drew Sorensen. At guard, 6'2" junior, number 25, Justani Campbell. At board, 6'4" sophomore, number 31, Keon Ford. At guard, 6'3" senior, number 35, Rio Aguirre. And at center, 7'1" senior, number 3, Max Allison. At this time, we ask that you please rise if you're able. Remove your caps for our national anthem.
Searching for a home that combines a resort lifestyle with the comfort of being close to your loved ones? At Epcon Communities, we make building your dream home an easy and exciting journey. Choose the floor plan that fits your lifestyle, handpick the finishes to make it uniquely yours, and leave the rest to us. We'll handle the construction, you focus on the fun part. After closing day, your new home is all yours, ready for you to start enjoying the community, the amenities, and that special sense of belonging. Visit clarityconstruction.com for more.
Most notably for the Hawks, Drew Sorensen did not play on senior night against Dowling. Granted, that night was their highest ranked win of the season. He will be making the start tonight as he has recovered from his illness that kept him out of school during that time. At the half-court circle, it'll be Max Allison and Tyree Williams to tip things off here in the sub-state play of Region 3 in Class 4A as we are underway with the Tigers winning the opening tip. Last time these two teams met, it was Ankeny who came away with the 72-54 win at Valley Fieldhouse. Tigers looking to rewrite the narrative here tonight. Defense by the Hawks is working already as they knock it out of the hands of Keone Horgensen. Ankeny with their first possession of the ball tonight, and they're looking for the first bucket with it. Geary in the paint, trying to drive in. The corner three from Keon Ford is good. Big time bucket to get the Hawks on the board early. What can Valley now do to answer? Jaden Attaway now taking things slowly here. He's got 15 on the shot clock. Looking for his way in. Tyree Williams having to pass again to Horgensen. 5 on the shot clock. Valley needs to get a shot off. Here's a deep three, no good, but rebounded by Tyree Williams. Valley with a fresh shot clock now, still in search of an answer. 25 on the clock now. The mid-range jumper no good from Horgensen, but another offensive rebound. Attaway coming away with it that time. Remick passing back to Williams. Tigers have really been taking the shot clock down as far as they can. An air ball out of Williams as it was nowhere near the backboard. Ankeny looking to extend their lead. Ford had the first three of the game. Who's going to get the bucket this time? Campbell, no good off the front side of the rim. Out of bounds off the Hawks. Right back to the Tigers it goes. The Valley student section making a relatively good presence here tonight. Filling about 4 to 5 rows. Very similar to what Ankeny has brought in tonight. On the other end is Attaway, who can't get it to go in. Another offensive board for the Tigers, their third so far tonight. Tyree Williams back now to Attaway. Attaway averaging 10.6 points per game this season. He's got 4 on the shot clock, and he's called for a travel. Another turnover against the Tigers, giving Ankeny another chance to extend their lead. 5:18 to go in the first quarter from Ankeny High. Winner to the Sub-State Championship with a chance to punch their ticket to the state tournament at the Casey Center in 2 weeks. Rio Aguirre making it a 5-0 game with the jumper shot. Valley still trying to find their way on the board. Another bad pass from the Tigers leads to another costly turnover. And the Ankeny student section continues to grow here in the first 4-ish minutes of this game. Maybe some got back a little late from track practice. That season has started up now at the high school level. Aguirre hitting from 3. He came into tonight 42.9% from the perimeter through the regular season. .80 start for the Hawks. Valley still searching for their first bucket. 15 on the shot clock for the Tigers. That one blocked by Allison. Allison averaging 2 blocks per game. He's already got one so far tonight. However, that one goes off his fingertips on the other end, and it'll go right back to Valley. So a timeout taken by the Tigers, and we will take it with them here on the Ankeny Activities Network, built by the Danielle Seifert Real Estate Team.
At Ankeny Community School District, we know the power of public education. Your child's preschool, transitional kindergarten, and kindergarten journey begins here with a strong foundation. Certified educators provide an engaging curriculum in safe, nurturing environments. Space is limited for preschool and transitional kindergarten. Experience Ankeny. Preschool is free, and the strong start we provide your little learner is priceless.
Ankeny with an 8-0 lead just over halfway through the first quarter from Ankeny High School. This is one of 2 Sub-State 3 semifinals taking place tonight. The other one over at Waukee Northwest High School between the Wolves and the Bolts of Iowa City Liberty. Valley, meanwhile, trying to find their first bucket of the night. And they cannot get it there as Jack Gale's shot falls short. Here's another corner 3. Good, as it takes a couple of bounces. Kale Roush knocking it down. Both these teams made a few substitutions during the break, courtesy of Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital. Kale Roush on the floor, as well as Jack Gale, who had missed the previous shot for the Tigers. Valley so far without a bucket, and we're at the 3-minute mark of the first quarter. Another missed shot, and it's rebounded by Roush. Campbell now taking it down the other end. Almost another three by Sorensen. He hesitating. Sorensen now with it again as he drives into the paint. His shot no good. Out of bounds off of Ankeny. The refs changed their call. So it will stay on this end with the Hawks. 2:40 to go in the first quarter and an 11-0 lead right now. Drew Sorensen just came off the floor. Here's a three from Roush, no good. He made the first one. He just missed his second attempt of the night. And a foul called there against Ankeny. The first against the Hawks in this quarter and the first of the night. Haven't got a player yet for it. A turnover here as Carson Bright takes it the other way. No good. An offensive board, however, by Roush. The putback shot down. Here's a corner three, no good from Sam Strawn. Aguirre with another three, no good, and rebounded by the Tigers. Jack Gale getting his hands on it. And another turnover as Aguirre forced it out of Sam Strawn's hands. Here's another corner three. No good off the back iron, but rebounded by Ford. Jasani Campbell. No good as it takes a couple of bounces out of the rim. Valley on the other end here, still looking for their first bucket. They had 62 total points against Iowa City West. A foul called on the shot. And what had looked like a missed travel from up here. That's the first foul of the night against Cale Roush as Jack Gale attempts to make the first bucket of the night, and he does just that for the Tigers. Max Allison, as well as Andrew Brandhorst checking in both for the Hawks here in the heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital substitution. The second shot good for Jack Gale at the charity stripe. Now 13-2. Hawks still with the double-digit lead. Campbell on the inside, fouled on the shot. So we'll see him go to the line here to shoot two for himself. 1:07 to go here in the first quarter. That foul against Jack Tracy. Campbell missing the first free throw out of two. Player who shot 71.1% this season. He was 3 for 3 in their previous win against Dowling. He knocks down the second shot, going 1 for 2 from the charity stripe, as it is now 14-2 with a minute to go in the first quarter. Tigers still looking for a bucket yet from the field. There are only 2 points coming from free throws. Another miss, that one out of Jack Tracy. Aguirre now, he takes a long 2-point jumper and knocks it down to make it a 14-point lead. Shot clock turned off now as we're with 26 seconds to go. Tigers look like they're going to try to run the clock down as far as they can. Jaden Attaway playing the retreat game here with Carson Bright. 8 seconds to go. He pulls a deep three, no good. Another miss from the Tigers. Rio Aguirre now with one chance. He knocks it down! And that had Caitlin Clark range written all over it. Rio Aguirre making it 19-2 at the end of the first quarter. The Hawks with a big-time lead here on the Ankeny Activities Network, built by the Danielle Seifert Real Estate Team. Second quarter coming up after this.
My dad always said, if you take care of people, everything else takes care of itself. That promise has guided us since 1978. Since then, you've trusted us with first cars, family cars, fast cars, and the memories in between. Your journey, our promise, that's why we're here.
A 25-foot three-point shot from Rio Aguirre ended the first quarter to make it 19-2. The Valley Tigers with their only points coming from the free throw line in the first quarter. The Hawks will start with the ball here in the second with Carson Bright to inbound to Jasani Campbell. Rio Aguirre finishing the first quarter with 10 points, including that very impressive three-point shot at the buzzer. Andrew Brandhorst passing in the paint to Allison, who puts a flush on it. The Ankeny High student section has certainly caused a distraction so far tonight in the heads of the players out of Valley. They have not figured out how to generate any offense yet on their end of the court. Another block by Allison. He's already tied his game average here just at the start of the second quarter. And the Ankeny students just made sure that Valley heard every bit of it during that short time of the ball was dead. Another turnover here as Jasani Campbell knocks it out. Here's another three from Kale Roush. And another timeout gets called by Valley as they trail 24-2. So we'll actually keep it right here. So far, Valley not able to find any points when they got to go against this Ankeny defense. Max Allison already with 2 blocks in this game, and rather impressive ones too that you might find on a highlight reel here when he tries making his way into college. And if it ain't on a highlight reel, he'll at least be showing it to his friends. What impressive of 2 blocks those were. As we were talking about the previous meeting between the Hawks and the Tigers, Ankeny had beat Valley 72-54 in that game. And not to mention the Hawks had also shot 27 for 46 from the field in that dominant victory at Valley Fieldhouse back earlier in the regular season. Valley starting with the ball coming out of the timeout as we have 7:02 to go before halftime. This is one of 2 semifinals in 4A Sub-State 3 tonight. A deep 3, no good from Colton Remick. Tigers still without a bucket from the field. Rio Aguirre now with it, who had that deep 3 to end the quarter. Here's a corner one from Roush. Missed shot and rebounded by Horgensen. Another turnover as Aguirre got his hands in the middle of that one. On the other end, he's no good, but rebounded. Aguirre with a second chance shot. He knocks it down to redeem himself. Aguirre now with 13 points so far, and we're only 10 minutes into play here from Ankeny High School. That one out of bounds off the fingertips of Carson Bright. They'll stay on this end with the Tigers. Drew Sorensen and Keon Ford checking back in a Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital substitution. They come in place of Carson Bright and Andrew Brandhorst. Valley, meanwhile, still trying to find their first bucket from the field. They're only 2 points in the first quarter coming from free throws. 12 on the shot clock for the Tigers. That shot no good as Tyree Williams missed it off the back iron. Rio Aguirre now on the one-on-one with Ryder Knapp. In the paint to Sorensen, back to the corner. No good is Ford, and Attaway comes away with it. Ryder Knapp passing back to Attaway. They continue to stay outside of the perimeter. The defense down in the interior working very well for the Hawks. Max Allison notably. That deep three, no good from Ryder Knapp. No corner three look at that time from Roush. That's been the forte so far, at least from the perimeter. The Hawks have been loving the corners, but not so much in those outer places. Aguirre just proved me wrong. Hitting it from the bottom of the key to make it 30-2. Valley fans have continued to grow their student section bigger, but something tells me that this is going to be a trip that ends up not being quite worth it for them. Another foul called against the Hawks that will send Jaden Attaway to the line. It's the second foul of the game against Rio Aguirre. Attaway knocking down his first free throw. Tigers with only one bucket from the field as it is 30-5. 3:43 to go in the second quarter. Almost another turnover from the Hawks. They recovered eventually. Sorensen now in the paint. He's fouled on the shot and it goes down. And he'll go to the line to shoot two. Or correction, he'll shoot one. He just got two down. Sorensen, who is 27 for 41 this year, he missed the and one shot. Tigers hit a bucket, their first bucket from the field on the previous possession. That foul called on the floor. The third foul of the quarter against the Hawks. So correction, it's the second and the first of the game against Caden Clark. Another timeout taken, and we will take it with them here on the Ankeny Activities Network, built by the Danielle Seifert Real Estate Team. We'll be back shortly with the rest of the second quarter.
Frank, when you think Fairway, you think fresh. Is that the winning culture you've tried to create?
Penelope Pineapple, what an unbelievable produce performance. How does your team stay so fresh?
Sun-kissed orange. Is it true Fairway has offered the freshest produce in town since 1938?
What can I say? Our produce is so fresh, we're speechless.
.324 to go in the second quarter from Ankeny High School as we welcome you back to sub-state semifinal play on the Ankeny Activities Network built by the Danielle Seifert Real Estate Team. The Hawks student section now back up on their feet following Valley's third timeout called already in this game. They have 2 remaining. Driving into the paint is Remick, who knocks down just the second shot from the field so far in this game for the Tigers. With it being 32-7, my bad, you have to wonder how soon it'll be before Brant Carlson starts putting in bench players. Caden Clark just missed that 3. Still a 25-point lead for the Hawks. Kiane Horgensen now back to Knapp. .15 on the shot clock for the Tigers here. Another shot in the paint is no good, but a foul is called as it'll be Kiane Horgensen going to the line to shoot 2. Second foul of the game called against Caden Clark. Back-to-back fouls both on him. Jasani Campbell checking in place of Kale Roush in a Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital substitution. Kiane Horgensen making both shots on that trip to the free throw line, as it is now 32-9 with 2.5 to go before halftime. Drew Sorensen now stuck outside the perimeter. Caden Clark almost had it turned over, and eventually it is. That one almost snagged out of the air by Aguirre. And Sam Strawn is fouled on a shot that goes down. And he'll go to the line to shoot 1 to try to make it down to a 20-point deficit for the Tigers. And that is the first foul of the game against Keon Ford and the 4th of the quarter against the Hawks. That shot missed by Strawn. That previous bucket was his first made bucket of the game. Under 2 minutes to go before halftime. Hawks still trying to pour it on. Drew Sorensen and the 3 look 1 away very quickly. And that one out of bounds off the hands of Caden Clark. He couldn't quite handle it. A tricky pass down in the corner. Still 32-11, the Hawks with the dominant lead. Tigers trying to drive in the paint. That one off the foot of Keon Ford. And they didn't necessarily call a kicked ball there, but regardless, it stays on this side with the Tigers. Colton Remick inbounding. He only has 2 points so far in this ball game. Here's a deep 3 from Attaway. No good as it bounces off the front of the rim and the window. Aguirre in the paint to Sorensen. Sorensen no good through the back door and rebounded by Attaway. Tigers on the other end moving a little bit quicker here. The lane in. An offensive foul call as Remick gets assessed for the charge. And what should have been an easy bucket was missed anyway, even with the offensive foul. Carson Bright now checking in for the Hawks. He was on there earlier in the first quarter. Looks like he'll be on there to close out the second quarter here from Ankeny High School. Jasani Campbell trying to drive in out to the perimeter. The reverse windmill layup didn't work, but the putback by Aguirre goes down. There's about a half-second separation right now between the game clock and the shot clock. Valley, if they run it down right, could take the last shot of the quarter. And that might be what they're trying to do here. Horgensen with the shot, no good, rebounded by Aguirre. He made the buzzer beater at the end of the first quarter. He shoots another one, that one no good. So we hit halftime, the Hawks leading 34-11 at the break. Rio Aguirre finishing the first half with 18 of the Hawks' 34 points. And if you were to put him in a 1-on-5 against Valley, the Hawks would still be winning. So with that, we have hit the break here from Ankeny High as we will return with a look at the girls' state tournament bracket here on the Ankeny Activities Network, built by the Danielle Seifert Real Estate Team.
My dad always said, if you take care of people, everything else takes care of itself. That promise has guided us since 1978. Since then, you've trusted us with first cars, family cars, fast cars, and the memories in between. Your journey, our promise, that's why we're here.
At Ankeny Community School District, we know the power of public education. Your child's preschool, transitional kindergarten, and kindergarten journey begins here with a strong foundation. Certified educators provide an engaging curriculum in safe, nurturing environments. Space is limited for preschool and transitional kindergarten. Experience Ankeny. Preschool is free, and the strong start we provide your little learner is priceless.
We're here at US Cellular, Frost Days, where our customers get exclusive deals just for them.
It's like we got our own special club.
Should we show them?
Get $1,200 off any phone plus $500 off any tablet. Us Days at US Cellular.
My team and I know sports and extracurricular activities contribute to a great education. Every pass, serve, and swish develops critical skills like teamwork and perseverance. As an Ankeny mom, I've seen how important they are for success in the classroom and beyond. And as a realtor, I know that our schools are a big reason why people love to call Ankeny home. That's why I'm a proud supporter. Whether you're looking to upgrade, downsize, even find a driveway that fits a basketball hoop, I'm here to help at every step and stage of life. But before that, let's cheer on our team.
The IGHSAU State Basketball Tournament starts on Monday at 10 a.m. at the Casey's Center in Des Moines. As we take a look at our Class 5A, correction, that is our current sub-state bracket. We'll actually take a look at our girls sub-state bracket here. 6 teams out of the CIML have qualified their way in, including Ankeny Centennial, who pulled off a ridiculous upset on the road at Cedar Falls last Tuesday night. Meanwhile, Ankeny, they will face Cedar Rapids, Washington in the first round at 11:45 a.m. on Monday. So with that, we bring it back to the top of the court here from Ankeny High School. Sorry, it's been a long day as we were just talking about Ankeny. So far, it's been the Rio Aguirre game here as he has scored 18 points, including that very impressive buzzer beater to end the first quarter. Meanwhile, Valley, while they're trying to defend their 3-year reign at the helm of Class 4A, winning the last 3 titles, it has been proven tonight that it is very hard to do so without their stars from those years. So with that, we will head to break again with the second half of this Sub-State 3 semifinal on the Ankeny Activities Network, built by the Danielle Seifert Real Estate Team.
I know sports and extracurricular activities contribute to a well-rounded education. Every pass, play, and touchdown builds lifelong friendships and develops skills beyond the books. As an Ankeny mom, I've seen how important they are for success in the classroom and beyond. And as a realtor, I know that our schools are a big reason why people love to call Ankeny home. That's why I'm a proud supporter. Whether you're looking to make an upgrade, downsize, find the best backyard for your furry friend, or you get the point, I can be your guide through all things home. But first, let's cheer on our kids.
So when an athlete walks into Nick Garage Fitness, the one thing we want them to know is that this is a phenomenal community. We have the best coaching, we have the best technology, we have the programming that can help them succeed. So whether it's trying to get on JV for the first time, going to that next level on varsity, going from a second string to an all-state player, we have the tools, we have the programming and the coaching in order to take each individual to their next level.
What if you could create memories that would last a lifetime? That would be pretty cool. Well, now you can.
West 40 Market in Uptown Ankeny is your place to shop for the best meats, steaks, brats, jerky, and everything in between. Let us be your one-stop shop for all your favorite cuts, all raised on local Iowa farms. Shopping local never tasted so good.
More Iowans drive Chevy than any other brand, and nearly 25% of the new Chevrolets sold last year came from the Carl Auto Group. Since 1978, we've exceeded expectations with an unbeatable selection and hard work that makes us your dealer for life. Come see why Iowans trust Carl Chevrolet, with locations in Ankeny, Stewart, and Webster City.
Your dealer for life, it's the Carl way.
Searching for a home that combines a resort lifestyle with the comfort of being close to your loved ones? At Epcon Communities, we make building your dream home an easy and exciting journey. Choose the floor plan that fits your lifestyle, handpick the finishes to make it uniquely yours, and leave the rest to us. We'll handle the construction, you focus on the fun part. After closing day, your new home is all yours, ready for you to start enjoying the community, the amenities, and that special sense of belonging. Visit clarityconstruction.com for more.
A few more score updates around the state and really the region for that matter. Dowling right now against Sioux City East, up big time right now on the Black Raiders. Also, Urbandale currently up from the most recent update that we have, 34-27 on Ankeny Centennial. And then fun story between Liberty and Waukee Northwest. The other sub-state semifinal in the sub-state 3 bracket, they were tied at 20 after the first quarter, but after that, the Wolves woke up, leading 48-34 at halftime. That sub-state, a very close one to monitor, as the winner of this game will take on the winner of that one in the sub-state final with a chance to punch their ticket to the state tournament in 2 weeks, or correction, 1 full week for that matter. So far through the first half, Rio Aguirre has 18 points. Valley as a team has 11 total. And so far, Aguirre has proven to just be unstoppable to the Tigers. Waukee and Lewis Central is also a sub-state semifinal is happening tonight. Waukee up 43-12 at halftime. We continue to creep closer and closer toward the start of the third quarter here from Ankeny High as you are watching IHSAA Sub-State Semifinal Basketball on the Ankeny Activities Network built by the Danielle Seifert Real Estate Team. It'll be the Valley Tigers to start with the ball here in the third quarter as we have 16 total minutes to go. Valley trying to start much stronger than they did compared to the first half. In that first quarter, they only had 2 points, both of which were made buckets from the free throw line. Tyree Williams back to Horgensen, who knocks down a 3 right out the gate. So they're already off to a better start than they were in the first quarter. A 20-point lead currently for the Hawks. Keon Ford trying to drive his way in. He passes back outside to Aguirre. Sorensen answers from 3. The student section now back up on their feet. And that seems to be the norm here, is the student section doesn't get to stand up until their team makes a bucket at the start of the quarter. Travel called there against Valley. Another costly turnover. And they are quickly tallying up against the Tigers. And it's not just the turnovers that are tallying up, it's also the blocks at Max Allison. He tied his per game average in the first half. That 3 missed from Drew Sorensen as it goes out of bounds, and it'll go right back to the Tigers. Before this season started, Valley had won the previous 3 Class 4A state championships. That 3 no good from Remick, and right as we were talking, they had graduated a lot of their talent that made up those rosters of their previous 3 title runs. Last offseason, they graduated 4 out of 5 starters, as well as their 6th man, and then their 1 starter who was a junior last year, Jaden McGregory. He is a D1 commit to Missouri to play football next fall. He decided to take this winter to prepare for that rather than playing basketball. Keon Ford with the bucket in the paint to make it 39-16 here with 5:38 to go in the third quarter. Dead ball whistle here. The first personal foul against Jaden Attaway, and the first foul of the quarter against the Tigers. Sonny Campbell back to Ford now. 20 to go on the shot clock. The pass in the paint off the fingertips of Colton Remick, so it'll stay on this end with the Hawks. Sam Strawn and Jack Gale checking back in for the Tigers in a Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital substitution. 16 on the shot clock for the Hawks here. Aguirre from 3, no good, but rebounded by Allison, utilizing that height. Campbell now back to Ford. Ford has been rather good from the corner. That shot good, and a timeout taken by the Hawks here. Their first timeout of the game, and we will take it with them here on the Ankeny Activities Network, built by the Danielle Seifert Real Estate Team. Will return with the rest of the third quarter after this break.
West 40 Market in Uptown Ankeny is your place to shop for the best meats, steaks, brats, jerky, and everything in between. Let us be your one-stop shop for all your favorite cuts, all raised on local Iowa farms. Shopping local never tasted so good.
.4:59 to go in the third quarter as Ankeny leads Valley 41-16 in Sub-State semifinal play of Sub-State 3 on the Ankeny Activities Network. Valley right now in a 25-point deficit. They make it 23 with that jumper in the paint from Keone Horgensen. Dasani Campbell on the other end, passing back to Ford. Campbell from 3 has nothing but net written all over it. 44-18 now our score. Valley trying to find an answer. Foul on the floor against the Hawks. Their first of the quarter. And it looks like it is against Drew Sorensen. And that is his first of the game. Andrew Brandhorst checking back in along with Carson Bright in the Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital substitution. Valley right now with a fresh shot clock following that foul. In the paint is Attaway with the easy jumper. Still a 24-point lead, and I think that's a goal for the Hawks here to finish the game doubling up the Tigers. That 3 no good from Cale Roush, who is now back on the floor. Tigers now on the other end. Here's a 3 no good from Horgensen and rebounded by the Hawks. Aguirre with the mid-range jumper, no good. Rebounded by Attaway this time. Attaway now on the other end, driving quickly, passing back to the perimeter. That 3 good from Sam Strawn, and a timeout taken by Valley. And that is their 4th so far in this ball game. We'll keep it here. Right now, Rio Aguirre without any points in the third quarter. He had 18 in the first half, but none here in the first 4 3/4-ish minutes in the third quarter. Last time these two played, Ankeny won 72-54, that 18-point victory. They currently lead by 21. So off of the 30-second timeout, the Hawks come with the ball. Campbell taking it slowly up the court. Andrew Brandhorst passing back outside. Geary down in the interior trying to get around. He is fouled on the shot. Foul assessed against Jack Gale down in the paint. And then Geary will go to the line to shoot 2. Geary came into tonight shooting 71.3% from the free throw line. He knocks down the first one out of 2. And notably, that's also his first point of the third quarter. So Geary missing the second free throw out of 2, but an offensive board as Brandhorst tipped it back to Aguirre on the rebound. Haven't seen a bucket out of Brandhorst yet. They continue to pass it around the perimeter. Aguirre trying to drive in. Brandhorst off the glass and good for his first bucket of the game. Here's a deep 3. That one good from Jack Tracy as he hit nothing but net on that shot. Campbell now taking it back up the floor. Campbell now passing back to the perimeter to Brandhorst. Brandhorst with the bucket on the previous trip. Carson Bright having to go back outside to Cale Roush. Aguirre with the jumper, good, as he breaks the 20-point threshold with that bucket. 21 points now for the senior guard. .20 on the shot clock for the Tigers. A foul called against Jasani Campbell as he tried to pluck it out of the hands there of the Tigers. So Ryder Knapp checks in place of Jack Gill in the Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital substitution. Tigers with a fresh shot clock following the foul. They trail 49-26. A foul called on the shot as we will see Ryder Knapp going to the free throw line. Or correction, it's Jaden Attaway going to the line this time. That foul was the first against Carson Bright all game as Attaway knocks down the first free throw out of 2. Keen Horgensen checking back in. Attaway going 2 for 2 on that trip to the free throw line. Despite the Tigers being the away team, Valley actually has a bigger student section here tonight. Granted, they are also the largest high school in the state of Iowa, the only one with an enrollment over 2,000 in the state. Sonny Campbell fouled on that shot, and we'll see him go to the line now. Campbell was a perfect 3 for 3 from the charity stripe in that win against Dowling 8 days ago. He knocks down the first free throw out of 2. Hawks now 50 points in this ball game. And Campbell goes 2 for 2 on that trip to the charity stripe. Less than a minute to go in the third quarter. Ankeny up big, and Aguirre with a rebound there. Aguirre fouled on the floor. Aguirre with 21 points so far tonight. That was the 4th foul of the quarter against Valley, and the 2nd against Jaden Attaway all game. Brandhorst not taking the 3, as it looked like he kind of had it open there. Kind of went away though. Dead ball whistle here as another foul is called against Valley. That was the third against Attaway. His second in the last minute. And now Aguirre back at the free throw line. So Aguirre went 2 for 2 on the previous trip to the line. He misses the first one out of 2. Drew Sorensen and Keon Ford checking back in place of Cale Roush and Andrew Brandhorst in a Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital substitution. Jaden Attaway coming off the floor for the Tigers here between the 2 free throw attempts. And Aguirre goes 0 for 2 on that trip, but an offensive board goes in the way for the Hawks, and the shot by Ford makes up for the 2 missed free throws. The attempt to recover that ball goes just short as Carson Bright couldn't quite keep it in play for the Hawks. 24.2 to go. The shot clock turned off. Valley more than likely with the last shot of the quarter. They'd love to try to break 30 points here before the buzzer. Ryder Knapp passing back outside. Tyree Williams now back on the floor. Williams, his jumper no good. Aguirre now, he's taking both of the end of quarter shots. That one goes at the buzzer for Carson Bright. That's 2 buzzer beater shots to end quarters so far in this game for the Hawks. The first one at the end of the first by Aguirre, and then that one right there by Carson Bright. 55-28 our score here from Ankeny High School. Hawks up big.
My dad always said, if you take care of people, everything else takes care of itself. That promise has guided us since 1978. Since then, you've trusted us with first cars, family cars, fast cars, and the memories in between. Your journey, our promise, that's why we're here.
(55-28) the score here from Ankeny High School as we get ready to start the fourth quarter on the Ankeny Activities Network built by the Danielle Seifert Real Estate Team. Carson Bright with a buzzer-beating jumper from mid-range near the corner. That was the second buzzer beater to end a quarter here in this sub-state semifinal. Rio Aguirre with a 25-ish foot three-point jump shot to end the first quarter that he knocked down just to add an exclamation point on their first quarter dominance. Almost tipped out of the hands there. Campbell from the corner, no good. Rebounded, however, by Aguirre. He has 21 points so far tonight. The battle in the paint, but the bucket falls for Drew Sorensen. Sorensen taking a second there to catch his breath before he got up. Shaking his left wrist there. He didn't play at all against Dowling due to illness. He missed a couple of days of school from it too, but he's now back on the floor and healthy for the Hawks, and hopefully for the rest of their hopeful playoff run. .33 seconds ticked off the clock there on that trip for the Hawks to the bucket. We have not seen a 30-point lead here in the second half for the Hawks. Another foul called there, this one against Carson Bright. His second foul of the game in the first of the quarter against Ankeny. And another one called on the floor, this one against Sorensen. 2 fouls there really quickly within 5 seconds of each other. Sorensen with his 2nd foul of the game. Despite that, the Hawks are still up by 29 points against the defending 3-time 4A state champions here in the state of Iowa. In the paint is Tyree Williams, who has it grabbed out of his hands by Bright. Sorensen fouled on his way into the paint. This one the first of the quarter against Valley. And now Sam Strong comes to check in place of Jaden Attaway in a Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital substitution. And that was Attaway's 4th foul of the game. The shot good off the glass from Carson Bright. A 31-point lead here in the 4th quarter. Their first 30-plus point lead of the second half. That missed 3 rebounded by Campbell. There's no foul called there that Campbell was trying to draw. However, that foul called against Ankeny in their 3rd of the quarter. So just over a minute and a half into the 4th quarter here. That was the 2nd foul against Jasani Campbell all game. That missed shot rebounded by Aguirre. And off the glass again is Bright. And that top left corner of the window has proven to be his sweet spot here tonight. 3 made buckets, all from that exact spot. Sorensen with another rebound for the Hawks as we are under 6 minutes to go. Rio Aguirre now actually in a defensive spot here. Campbell in the paint is fouled down the interior. 2nd foul of the quarter against the Tigers, and the 2nd of the game against Keone Horgensen. Tyree Williams and Jack Tracy checking off the floor for the Tigers. Another bucket there for Carson Bright. That one not off the top left corner of the window. He can still make buckets. He's just now doing it in a different way. That 3 on the other end, good from Remick to answer. Ankeny doubling up the Tigers right now, plus change. Sorensen passing back outside to Bright. Bright with the deep 3. And now he's getting red hot here off the glass. Valley on the other end, an easy bucket, or rather a double dribble first, so the bucket won't count out of Horgensen. Brandhorst checking back in for the Hawks, as well as Sam Cowart. This is the first that we've seen him on the floor all night. Ihsaa Campbell and Drew Sorensen coming off the floor in place of those two in a Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital substitution. 66-31 our score right now with 4:20 to go. Ankeny looking to build upon their lead here. The shot there, no good from Clark. The putback shot by Aguirre goes down. He now has 23 points on the night. Here's another 3, good as it bangs off the interior of the rim. Remick with back-to-back made 3s. Aguirre now passing back to Bright. Bright's made his last 3 shots, and he is fouled on the floor. Hawks now with a fresh shot clock. It was at 16. Kyler Kevin, as well as Colton Remick checking back in place for the Tigers in the Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital substitution. It looks like Valley might start to give some more of those bench players some playing time before their season comes to an end. That three, no good from Sam Cower and rebounded by the Tigers. Ryder Knapp passing back to Kyler Caven. That three, no good from Knapp. Aguirre chooses not to take the three look as he chose to play mercy there with their 34-point lead. It looks like he's going to try to at least run a little bit more of the shot clock down. Allison with the jam! Perfectly drawn up by the Hawks on the offensive side. Allison had a clear lane to the bucket. That three, no good from Knapp. He's missed two straight now. The dead ball whistle here as we're going to see some more substitutions. Landon Hutchins now in for the Hawks. Jordan Danimer. And here comes the rest of the bench too with the continuous clock running. What better way for the Hawks to end their more than likely last home game of the 2025 through 26 season than to get some of the bench players some playing time. It's all new faces on the floor now, except for Caden Clark and Sam Cower, who have seen some time on the floor already tonight. Ryder Knapp on the other end, off the glass for the easy lay-in. And now it's a matter of which bench player is going to make the fun time bucket. Sam Cower passing in the paint to Hutchins, who puts it in over his head. The Hawks are still doubling up the score right now. Here's a three, no good, and rebounded by Jordan Danner. Gus Johnson, his three not blocked, but off the backside of the rim. That one out of bounds off the Tigers. It'll stay on this end. Continuous clock still going. The shot clock turned off. The Hawks bench doesn't care. Their current players on the court still want to try to get a big-time shot. Sam Cowart with 18 on the clock. Gus Johnson issues handling it, but it is out of bounds off the Tigers. If they want to get Gus a shot, they need to move quick. Ankeny students section saying, yeah, let's move quick. Here's Gus with the three. That one falls way short and out of bounds. And a long way off shot falls way short from Will Clayton as that ends this sub-state semifinal here from Ankeny High School as the Hawks win 72-36 and advance to take on either Iowa City Liberty or Waukee Northwest. The most recent update we had the Wolves winning big time at home. So with that, we congratulate Valley on another season here. But they end their season with a record of 2-20. Meanwhile, the Hawks move to 12-10 on the season and complete their third victory against the Tigers this season. So we'll pull up the bracket here one more time just to look at how things will update. We don't have an updated graphic yet, but as you know, Ankeny will move on. And assuming Waukee Northwest goes on to take down Iowa City Liberty over at Northwest High School, you can find Ankeny taking on Waukee Northwest next week for a trip to go to the state tournament in the week following at Ankeny, at the Casey Center in Des Moines. With that, we'll also give you a preview of the girls' bracket, which will be taking place during the week that the boys are doing their sub-state finals. Ankeny girls are taking on the Cedar Rapids Washington Warriors at 11:45 a.m. at the Casey Center in Des Moines. And the great thing is that quarterfinal game will not conflict time-wise with the Ankeny boys next week. And for any fans who are tuning in who are going to or cheering on the team up north, the Centennial Jaguars got a tough test against the Johnson Dragons. That game will kick off the state tournament at the Casey Center in Des Moines. Johnston riding an 80-game winning streak with the McDonald's All-American Player of the Year. With that, it has been a fun season here of basketball at Ankeny High School. This one more than likely the last home game that you will see here at the Hawks Nest from Ankeny. So with that, we say good night and so long from Ankeny High School as we congratulate the Ankeny Hawks on advancing to the sub-state final. With that, we say take care. I'm Nick Menson. So long and have a good night.
Frank, when you think Fairway, you think fresh. Is that the winning culture you've tried to create?
Penelope Pineapple, what an unbelievable produce performance. How does your team stay so fresh?
Sun-kissed orange. Is it true Fairway has offered the freshest produce in town since 1938?
What can we say? Our produce is so fresh, we're speechless.